This morning on today's Consumer, haggling for a better price. With the economy struggling, lots of people are pinching pennies, and a lot of stores are allowing consumers to haggle for a better deal. We're talking about stores you wouldn't normally consider. NBC's Michelle Kaczynski is along the shopping mecca called the Magnificent Mile in Chicago. Michelle, good morning to you.
Hi, Matt. Haggling is one of those things that some people see as this exciting game, but it makes plenty of other people feel guilty, or even the C word, cheap. But retail analysts say now that so many people are trying to stretch their dollars and so many businesses are trying to reduce those inventories that have been slow moving, people are finding that a little bargaining will get them a better bargain in places you normally wouldn't see that sort of thing, in retail stores.
Yes, it is a buyer's market out there.
I just know they're out to make a buck, and there's room for haggling.
And not just for the things you might expect.
I am the cheapest person ever.
Diane Moore is proud of it and proud to be a haggler.
She usually finds something wrong with the product, a little tiny thing that nobody would notice, and then she argues with the people.
My husband walks out the door. He's embarrassed.
Embarrassed, but saving serious cash in this economy on furniture, appliances. As consumer spending has slowed, you may be surprised to know that many stores, even the big boys, are willing to work with you.
I'm not sure it's desperation, but the stores feel it's necessary to make sales, and in that respect, necessity seems to be the mother of haggling.
And the hagglers around us
I believe it was a couch.
know just how it's done.
Is this the final price on this item? You know they're not getting as much of a sales as they used to. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, I know this said $1,000 on it, but could you get it to us for $800?
That was on a mattress. People are also bargaining over electronics, cable bills, even clothing.
Encourage them that, it's a really great thing, but I could go down the street, maybe find it for a little bit better.
Some retailers lately are giving salespeople more flexibility with pricing to make that sale and a happy customer. Did you feel guilty at all?
Not at all. No.
A Consumer Reports survey found that 61% of shoppers asked had haggled with retailers recently.
I just asked for it.
And what are you thinking inside? Ha 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 ha.
Of course you think that's great. Whatever I can get for my money, I want.
People who study this sort of thing say that men seem to feel more comfortable haggling than women do, although both seem to have equal rates of success. And just like your mama probably always told you, you tend to be better at this when you have a smile and a good attitude as opposed to a belligerent, demanding attitude. Matt?
That's a good rule of thumb in a lot of situations. Michelle, thanks very much. So how can you learn to haggle with the best of them? Todd Marks is a senior editor for Consumer Reports magazine. Hey, Todd, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Let's start with the don'ts. Is there any kind of a store, retail or wholesale, where this simply doesn't work?
I don't think there's anything that's off limits. If you use discretion, if you deal with the decision maker, and you don't go in with both guns blaring. Because we had surveyed people, and in everything from jewelry to collectibles to bank and credit card fees to furniture, demo models, it was all fair game, and they won
medical
discounts.
Bills even. People call and say, I need a lower price on that medical bill.
Well, yeah, you don't go just say, can you give me a lower price, but you say, can you work with me? My insurance doesn't cover X percent, we give and take.
We should mention that if you're looking at a seasonal item, a brand new line of clothing that just came in for spring, probably not going to get a lot of leeway there.
Sure, because they clear out the shelves to make room for the new hot stuff. But after 4 or 6 weeks, they start to get a little bit of green in the gills.
Right.
And they want to move that off to make way for the other new hot stuff.
Let's talk about the tips you have for hagglers. The delivery. It is key, isn't it?
Oh, sure. You want to make sure that you can pick up the merchandise and get it when you need it.
I mean the delivery of the pitch. And when you say that, you can't go in there like a cowboy and say, I need this for a lot less. You just have to go in and say, hey.
You can win a lot more friends with honey than you can with vinegar. It's like that boy or girl that you didn't ask out in high school. If you don't know, what you're missing, and you don't try, you'll never realize you can get a success.
And be discreet. You don't want a lot of other shoppers to overhear you haggling with a salesperson.
No, because if they give you a deal, they're going to have to give somebody else a deal or face the music.
Now, the salesperson. Can that person usually have the leeway to give you the better deal? Or at some point do you have to say, hey, look, I appreciate your effort. Do you mind if I speak to a manager?
Sure. Oftentimes, especially in a chain store environment, the salesperson is not empowered. As we know, it is moving in the other direction, but the price still has to be the price. You need to talk to the store manager or the department manager.
How much information do you need to have walking into the store in terms of knowing what a real fair price is?
Well, you have to know what a fair price is, legitimate price. Go online, check the flyers. You see a TV you desperately want. It's not on sale this week. Well, chances are it was on sale maybe the week before. Say, you know what, I'm ready to spend now. If you give me it for X amount of dollars, I've seen it here, go ahead and do it.
And be creative. Maybe that salesperson or manager won't give you price an amount off the sticker price, but you say there are other ways you can actually save money, like in shipping.
Oh, sure. You can try to sometimes get them to weave shipping costs into the cost of the merchandise, but better yet, offer to pay cash.
Why does that work?
Because merchants pay a credit card transaction fee every time you use your card. That can range anywhere from 2% at large retailers to 8% at smaller ones. There's a lot of wiggle room in between there.
So you save that 8%, they can pass on that 8% to you. Todd Marks, good information, and a lot more people are doing it. Some people still embarrassed by it, though, you notice.
Yeah, but the great thing was our survey showed that they were successful, even if they were embarrassed, more than half the time.
Todd Marks, thanks.